This episode is brought to you by Squarespace, the all-in-one platform that makes it fast and easy for you to make a professional website or online portfolio. For a free trial and 10% off, visit squarespace.com and use the coupon code PORTFOLIO.
That's right, Squarespace is buying our beverages tonight. Thanks, Squarespace.
That's not what we practiced.
So I posted a request on the Sending Digital Photography Readers group for people to submit their portfolios for us to review. So we've been reviewing individual photos, and that lets us look at just one photo, but this will give us a chance to look at people's larger body of work. And we'll also take a look at their entire website, the usability of it, whether they provide contact information. Chelsea here has a long history of design. For example, she designed the Stunning Digital Photography book in itself.
I did, yes.
The covers for all of our books and DVDs and such. And I have a long history in web hosting going back to 98, and I've written something like 30 books about web development and stuff. So between the two of us and our background in photography, I feel like we're pretty well equipped to check out people's portfolios. So let's get right into it. The first person who posted their URL is Joe Baker, a longtime friend of ours from online. So we're looking at his portfolio here. And we've kind of been watching it for a little bit and seeing the photos scroll through. And I think the first thing that comes to my mind is that so many of these photos are awesome. And then there are some photos that don't quite, like this photo, fantastic.
Yeah, I love this picture.
But then some of the photos don't strike me the same.
My first impression is that it's simple and it's clean, and I liked it. But I would agree, maybe the slideshow is a little bit too long. You could narrow it down to just your favorite pictures.
Yeah, I guess there's no thumbnails here, so it's a little difficult to count. I'll say I like that it's an automatic slideshow. See, this photo, I feel like isn't up to the quality of the other photos. I think he might want to just show couples photos because he wants to show some diversity in his work and show that he can do couples work as well as solo portfolios. But I mean, look at this picture. That's a fantastic individual portrait. And then this shot, I don't know, you've got distractions here in the background.
You might like it though. That's one difficult part about choosing your best pictures is that sometimes you're biased.
Yeah.
So it is hard to choose the best shots for your portfolio.
We did another portfolio video that was also sponsored by Squarespace, and we talked a lot about how to put together your portfolio, including giving you instructions, so you can check that out. But one of the things we said is that the hardest thing is editing your own photos and pulling out the photos that aren't the best, because you want to show like 10 to 12 pictures, at least in any one category of photos. And if you show more than that, you're probably showing some of the work that's not your best, and people will judge you by your worst pictures, or the average of your pictures. Anyway, you want to get rid of some of your worst pictures. So for Joe, that picture with the motorcycle is one I'd probably pull out. That's a great portrait.
Let's go to the left. Let's see what these, he has a photographs menu, blog, Facebook, investment. Let's see what these are about.
Client galleries.
So.
Okay, well this is a good chance. This is obviously for individual clients. Often these are password protected. I wonder if Joe's are password protected. Oh,
yeah,
good.
They are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I like that a lot. It's not violating anybody's privacy, but you can see this guy is doing lots of work, and that's something we want to see. This is a working photographer. It's not somebody who's just a hobbyist.
Let's check out some of the other menus.
Okay, well, let's say we're looking for somebody to take pictures of our kids. We'll go to the kids page here. We only have one kid. I don't know why I said kids.
Is there something I don't know? And with that, we take a drink. Oh, let's see that mean kid, the second one. Oh, he's tough. That kid's cool. He's got an Angry Birds tattoo. Yeah, great natural pictures. I like how it's set up. It's easy to navigate.
Yeah, this actually works pretty well. One of the things I hate is when there aren't thumbnails. Yeah, oh, that's a really nice picture.
Yeah.
What a nice background.
There's a lot of diversity too. He
too.
has studio shots, he has kids of different ages, and I like that.
It's a little weird that when we clicked on something, the interface changed completely, because before we had a navigation system on the left, and then we got a different navigation system over here. Like Chelsea wanted to see investment, but that menu is gone.
Yeah, you would have to go home first.
I feel like this is a big mistake. He's got the separate sporting events menu here, and then you go here and there's just one thing. He did one basketball game. So Joe, I would say just pull out the sporting events thing or wrap that into your other portfolio section, but it's a little disappointing to go there and then to just see the one menu. All right, so we'll go back here so we can see the full menu. Again, it's a little weird that the menu changes. You kind of want this to be consistent throughout the entire experience. You want to check out investment. We haven't been through this before.
Oh, so that's just his prices, and that's good. It's always good to have a page with your prices that people know what they're getting into. If you don't have prices, people often feel intimidated and don't think about hiring you. So,
but I think you want it to say prices, right? You want to be clear.
Instead of
Because
investment.
makes it sound like I'm going to buy shares in Joe Baker.
I would, Joe. I think you're talented.
So I applaud you for actually putting your prices up, because so many photographers don't, and they don't want to nail their prices down. They want to talk to the person, but if you don't put your prices down, you're going to lose 90% of people. They just won't bother calling you because they'll be afraid. Just put your prices down. He's even got prices for prints. This is great. Little design thing here. Your font changes, and then you have white text with a black background there, and that could be better. Okay, look, he's even got a payment thing here, I think. Oh, broken web page. Look at that.
Why you gotta call Joe out like that? It's rude.
That's what we're here for, to tell him what's not working right.
Oh, yeah.
I'll say Squarespace has an excellent e-commerce component to it, so you could actually set up the store pretty easily. I want to check out his blog and make sure it's up to date, because one of the mistakes people make is they have a blog.
It's up to date.
It is. That's good.
Good job.
If it were, sometimes it'll be 6 months old. All right, this is good. He's got his location, so you know if he's in your town. He's got a phone number, and actual. Oh, I see. He wants you to use the form for his email.
I don't like that. I don't like the form.
I totally agree. I think you should just put your email address up there. I will say that I have used tony@northrop.org and put it in public places since I got it in 1998. And I've written 30 books since then. I put it in every single book, and I put it all over the web. And I use Gmail. And Gmail filters out all my spam. I don't get any spam.
People still don't want to talk to him. So you're at no risk of people doing that.
Yeah. So don't worry about putting your email address up. Just put it up. I just want to check out and see what other menus are here.
Okay.
I also think it's important to...
Oh,
good.
testimonials?
He's got an
That's
about
good.
page and about testimonials. All right. This is kind of a user interface snafu. If you have a multi-level menu like this, you want to be able to click the top level menu and have it go somewhere. This doesn't. You have to navigate to the lower menu. All right, that's good. You also want a picture of yourself there because people want to get to know you as a person. So Joe has done that, and he's got a little bit about himself. He's not booking any weddings or quinceañeras.
I don't blame you.
But again, I have to click home and then go back here. Let's see what he's got in his testimonials. Testimonials are a great thing to have. Kind of the modern version of this is like Twitter and Facebook, where people can just post directly because that feels actually a little more sincere. But having testimonials like these are good. I want to check out this guest book because this feels very like 1998, don't you think? Yeah, see, you just got one entry into the guest book here, and nobody really does guest books anymore.
Yeah, maybe get rid of
the
it
guest book
and just simplify your menu. I was a little overwhelmed by the number of options in your menu.
Yeah, there's a kind of a lot to go through here.
Yeah.
Registering. I wonder what registering is for. Okay, the register link doesn't seem to work. Or maybe that's my computer. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's your computer.
All right, maybe you register.
Trying to
so you
blame
get
Joe for everything.
something. All right. What's this? Oh, okay. I ran a performance test on Joe Baker's website. This is using webpagetest.org. We do not have an affiliation with them. I just always use this for my web stuff. And you can go there and just put in your URL, and it will tell you whether your website's fast or not. You can see his server could be a little slow. It's telling us his first time byte gets an F. But otherwise, it seems like things... It could be better. But 2 seconds for the first view is pretty good. All right.
Good dog
photography. It's funny, one thing I like to see right away is the person's name. And this just has a picture of a dog. Oh, Willie Harris, I guess. Yeah, Willie Harris. All right, that's not too bad.
My first impression is that the collage really fights for my attention. I'm looking at one photo and then I'm pulled to another, and I can never really, my eyes can't rest and just appreciate one at a time. So I like the slideshow format. Oh, you can click on them too.
Yeah, I guess so.
Click.
Though, I mean, looking at these pictures, like, what is this? I don't know.
Oh, that's the thing.
Oh, the mound?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. So these 4 pictures are sports, and then this is like
He
water
specializes
and
in
a dog.
sports.
I guess I'm saying this doesn't feel cohesive to me.
Yeah,
I'd like
I
these
agree.
pictures to blend in together. And this one as a thumbnail doesn't work at all. If you put something up in thumbnails, you have to make sure the thumbnail grabs your attention, because that is just like, it just looked like a brown something.
I didn't even see that picture. I just completely passed over it. So that doesn't need to be there.
Yeah, I would pull that one out, and I would make the website about something. That's one thing you want to look for. You want your portfolio, if you're trying to sell your work, if you're trying to be a professional as opposed to just an amateur, you want the portfolio to be fairly homogeneous. Like, you want to be a sports photographer or a pet photographer, and you could set up 2 websites for both. You could have a pet photography website and a sports photography website, but it's weird to mix them both because people are looking for one or the other, and you have to think from the perspective of your client. And it's going to be confusing for them to be like, this is sports and dogs, I guess. Well, he likes cars. No, he's got investment too. Is this an Australian term, maybe? Is he in Australia? No, he's got an American phone number. And I don't know what this term investment is. Maybe that some people try to market photos as an investment. But to me, that isn't clear. I would just put prices.
I would put money. That's what I would do.
Okay, good. He's got really clear prices there, and he's got his phone numbers or an email address so you can just immediately call him. Let's see his about page. All right, good. He's got a picture of himself there. He's got a badass Stang.
Yeah, I like this guy. He's a cool guy. I would just make the pictures on the front page of his portfolio more focused.
Well, what's this?
What?
You click portfolio, and then this menu pops up. Portfolio_GDP. Gross domestic product?
Good dog photography, Tony.
Oh.
Get with
But
it.
you should just be able to click portfolio, right? Okay, this is good. I think I'd actually like to see this as the front page. I like this better.
I like
Pictures I
this
can
better.
browse.
Yeah. And I do love his pictures of like these, like his street photos and that picture of the buoy that he had. But they should have their own category. So you should have sports pictures and street photography. Just kind of split it up a little bit. He's got good shots in there.
It seems like he's trying to sell portrait work, though, based on the investment page, right? And we're not seeing any actual portrait photos in there.
Yeah. Well, he said that he's interested in photographing sports.
Oh, all right. Yeah, you might also rethink the URL. Well, first, the URL seems to be gooddogphotos.photoshelter.com, and that's a really difficult thing to convey.
Oh, that makes me think that it's pictures of animals.
Yeah, exactly. Call it good sports photos, but .com. None of this .something. Just get yourself a domain name. I hate to keep plugging Squarespace, but they'll throw it in for free if you actually sign up. But you can also go to like GoDaddy or something and just get your domain name for wherever you happen to be hosting.
Yeah.
I'll also add that the design of this website seems a little bit dated. There are lots of portfolio sites, but Squarespace happens to have a much more modern design themes, and they do all the design for you. This looks 5 years old, don't you think? It's not that old, but things have changed recently. Light boxes, I wonder what's under there.
I don't know what that is.
I feel like we could remove the light boxes menu item, because I don't know what that is. We don't know what to do with it. All right, good. He's got a blog, and it's up to date. Okay, good. So I guess my checklist would be maybe update the design a little bit, get your best photos like front and center, maybe some sort of browsable slideshow with bigger pictures, and maybe weed through the portfolio a little bit, thin it out, and specialize. Make it about sports or dogs, and make separate pages for both if you need to. But right now, it's a little going in all directions.
Yeah.
Check out his performance real quick. All right. This looks like his website is performing well. Not all of them do.
Ooh, Alvin Mod photo.
This is one of our best friends, Erky Alvin Mod, from Sweden. We met up with him when we were traveling to Sweden, and he submitted his portfolio. And oh man, he really does some incredible work. Now, I feel like to be fair, we should start at his homepage because he sent us to his portfolio page. But now, as I mentioned, Erky's in Sweden, and as a result, this is in Swedish.
No, now it's in English.
It translated it, but maybe we should just stick with that.
Okay.
Oh, what a beautiful picture. Oh, I love the text overlay.
Yeah, I like
I've not
it too.
seen that before. I'm a little jealous. I don't have that.
Gotta keep up with Erky.
And look, he's got it browsable.
Yeah, I like that it's clean and simple.
So again, I kind of want to emphasize the difference between like a professional, like trying to sell a client portfolio, and an amateur, I'm just trying to show you people my work. My portfolio is kind of designed like an amateur portfolio, and I just kind of show my whole body of work. But if you're trying to book clients, you want it to be a very focused portfolio. You want it to be portraits and weddings, or pets, or sports, or fine art stuff. And Erky's kind of mixing all of these together. And I think it would be better to either divide them into categories or to create entirely separate websites, StockholmPetPhotography.com or StockholmPortraitPhotography.com, something like that.
Let's scroll down.
That's a beautiful picture.
Yeah, I love that picture.
shot.
Let's scroll down a little bit. I just want to see what he says about his site.
I saw my book there. Just keep in mind that all this has been translated, so the grammar might not be perfect.
I want to see the rest of his portfolio because we're just on his homepage now. So let's go to. That's why he sent
Yeah,
us
that's
his
true.
portfolio.
Maybe he
I think.
divided it up. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll look at the portfolio. I'm a little confused because I know it's translated, but it shows body of work, portfolio, and then stock photo. I'm not sure what the difference between these are. Maybe it makes. Oh, I see. This is also kind of a design no-no. You've got portfolio and then just one entry under portfolio. Like if you have a submenu, you want to have multiple different submenus there, or you should just promote it to a high level menu.
So this is just the front page of his portfolio, right?
Oh, okay. And he does have
Weddings,
all wedding family.
family
Okay, good.
pet
So that's good that
concept.
we can kind of divide it up and
Yeah.
get to what we're actually interested in. This is all. This is way too many pictures for all. I would really narrow that down to like 10 to 12 pictures under the all category.
But I think this website takes all of his pictures and just puts it here automatically, maybe. Let's go to wedding and see if it's just all of the same ones.
That could be. In which case, I would make a new all and showed just my best pictures. Because people don't have that kind of attention span.
No, it does seem like a lot. The front page, you might want to just make it your few favorite shots.
Yeah,
It's
and
a bit
there's
overwhelming.
a lot of similar
so many
pictures
beautiful
here.
pictures. Yeah, they are a bit similar, right?
Like this one's similar to this one. I would narrow it down, just pick one picture from each individual scene. From user interface perspective, I find it confusing that when I scroll over it, it hides it. Because that's kind of where my attention is going, and then it's hiding it. So I guess I'd narrow these wedding photos down a little bit. But overall, the pictures look beautiful.
Yeah, they are beautiful.
What's this down here? Oh, something. Oh, I guess it was just bringing me to the top. All right. Family. Oh, those are really cute. So I recognize all these people as being Erky's family. And Erky, I guess my next piece of advice would be to go out and recruit some people, even if you need to shoot for free. You want a little more diversity in your portfolio, because I can tell, obviously anybody's going to notice that these two are the same person, and it starts to make it look like you haven't done a lot of portrait work. And these three all have a very similar style, so I just look for a little more diversity. Work for free if you have to, but build up that portfolio, get some diversity in it. I'd say the same thing here. Like these three look like the same dog, and then oh yeah, Shiro, his looks like a lab. They're all beautiful shots. I would just diversify it a little bit.
Yeah, so pick your best Shiro picture, and I like that there are cats in there too. Concept. I love his sleepwalker pictures. Actually, we love them so much we had Erky write a sidebar in our book, Stunning Digital Photography.
Yeah, when it
so
comes
he has
out,
a
you'll
section
see it in the next version.
and the new edition.
This could actually use some fleshing out, because I know you have a lot of awesome conceptual work, and you only have 2 pictures in here, so I'd add some more in. And this is kind of unusual. These seem like the same photos from the wedding, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is just...
I would just eliminate this menu. Maybe you set it up for your client, but if you do that, usually you want a separate client area. It's a little confusing that we're browsing the portfolio when we see that.
What's other? What's in there? I have to know.
Me, for one.
Uh-oh, you broke it. He's a good friend. He's plugging our book for us on his website.
Yeah. Okay, I don't know what happened there. I don't know what that word means. And it's not taking me anywhere.
Duh. It means other. Now we know Swedish. My first impression is that I like that it's clean and he has a lot of good pictures. It seems like he really picked his best shots. And I think we just kind of decided he needs to organize the categories a little differently, right?
Yeah, I think that would be my takeaway. Otherwise, it seems pretty good. So I'm just gonna pull up my browser on my phone here and see how Erky's website loads on a mobile device.
Uh-oh.
I like that his URL is fairly easy to type. All right, that looks good. It renders really nicely. That's an important thing to check whenever you set up a website, and that's actually the reason that I switched my own portfolio from my previous hosting provider over to squarespace.com, because my previous hosting provider showed this terrible version of the website if somebody browsed there from their phone or their tablet.
Yeah, all of the pictures suddenly became still, right?
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Squarespace, when you get their portfolio, everything's still fully functioning, even though it's on your mobile device, which is great because a lot of people only use a mobile device, a cell phone or an iPad to get on the internet these days. So you want to make sure that your portfolio works on them.
Yeah, and if they visit from a tablet and it looks terrible, you just lose that business. And if you were to try to do that yourself, it would take a really long time. But Squarespace has like a whole team of developers who are testing it on every device, every new stupid Android phone that comes out, and every iPhone, and every different size tablet, and those massive phones that people use that are like the size of a desk.
Yeah.
I'll also say that you don't have to be technical to set it up on Squarespace. I'm a fairly technical person.
I'm not, and I don't have patience, but luckily everything is drag and drop, and they have 24/7 support, which is really great for people like me because I don't have the patience to work on those problems myself.
Yeah, and I did screw something up. It was totally user error, but I just sent them an email and they got back to me within a couple of hours and the problem was solved. So Squarespace, the all-in-one platform that makes it fast and easy to create your own professional website or online portfolio. For a free trial and 10% off your first purchase, go to squarespace.com and use the offer code portfolio. Help support our sponsors, and that helps to support us.
Yes, they're making this show free for you, which is nice. Thank you.
So let's take a look at then digicam photography. Oh, that's a beautiful picture.
I like that it's like a full frame picture. It's taking up the entire website.
Yeah, that was actually something that was missing from Erky's website. Squarespace does this well. Most of the designs are full screen immersive. And you can have a small screen and it works perfectly. You can have a big screen and it works perfectly.
I think that this little slideshow is going on a little too long. I would just pick your best pictures and put a few in there. Can you change the picture manually? Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can browse through, which is good, and you can pause. That's a nice picture. These are all good pictures. He's kind of all over the map.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's trying to be. Maybe the pricing page will tell us what he's trying to do. And oh, the menu changed. The whole website changed when I click pricing. Now I have to like learn a new user interface. That's kind of confusing. It's good to keep it as consistent as possible.
Oh, so birthday parties, corporate events, any group events, standard portrait sessions.
In portrait. So my first gripe would be that the portfolio I just looked at didn't seem to convey a portrait or event photographer at all. I don't even remember seeing portraits or events or birthday parties.
You had a lot of cityscapes and you also had some wildlife photos, and that's not who you're trying to have hire you. So I'd stick to your portraits and your events, and then people can see that the work that you do, and they'll know that they want you to photograph their event.
You might even consider setting up a separate website for your professional work where you're trying to sell something, and your amateur work where you're just like showing off your best work.
Yeah.
I think both are important, but they should be different, separated things. It's going to be confusing to somebody looking for a portrait photographer if they see pictures of birds and
Or a spider.
landscapes. Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, I love wildlife photography.
Yeah,
Nobody
me
likes
too.
pictures of spiders. They just don't. Everybody's like, ooh, kill it with fire.
That's rude.
Yeah, don't kill spiders. They're our friends.
Oh, no.
They eat stuff that's grosser.
This page again. Maybe it's just me, but I would just like to... Oh, you can email him.
All right, he has a regular
Good.
email.
Good.
The contact page is just
I
an
don't like
option.
that.
That's good. Though it says website, visit website.
What's his website?
It's
I thought I
the
was
same
there.
website. I feel like you can take that website link out.
Uh-oh, music.
What? Oh, no.
No. You had music on yours, so...
I did until I switched to
Hypocrite.
Squarespace, and then I turned it off because I was so embarrassed because it looked like MySpace or something. We're past that, people. And what is searching for? I don't know. It's music.
Type in wedding.
Okay. Oh, I broke everything. Oh, it's trying to do something. Oh, look, the menu changed again. Why does the menu keep changing? All right, scratch that. I'm sorry I did that. See how the music gets annoying? And it keeps restarting every time you visit the page. Like if the guest book is empty, get rid of that guest book. Oh, the menu disappeared again. This menu thing is so confusing.
You broke it.
We'll edit this so that it seems like we have bandwidth. It seems like it's not tethered to my stupid phone. Okay, so I clicked on testimonials and the page is completely empty. That's not good. One of the things you definitely want to do anytime you set up any kind of website is go to every menu and click every option and make sure that you're happy with that, because it comes across really hacked together when things like that happen. I click about and nothing comes up.
Yeah, and I can relate to the other side of the story. You think, oh, I'll put this up. I'm going to put something there. And then people see it and there's nothing there. So you have to think of your customer's first impression.
Oh, something came up. That was a testimonials page. That didn't
Okay,
work.
this is his about page. So my first impression with your about page is that the picture of yourself, I don't like that I can't see your entire face. You're kind of, it's half of your face and you have sunglasses on. I'm seeing as little of you as possible, and it's preventing me from getting to know you in a way. So I think you could take a better picture of yourself. And actually, I just made a video on self-portraits. You should check that out. I'm sure you could get a nice, friendly, approachable looking picture, and people will think, hey, I want this guy to take my wedding photos.
And I still don't know what this guy's name is. He doesn't seem to show his name anywhere. It's all then digicam.
Oh yeah, I'd like to know your name too. If you are having someone photograph your child, you want to see what they look like and you want to know their name. So make it more personal.
All right, so we have some to-dos for you. Get those menus consistent across the different pages so your navigation isn't changing. Update your self-portrait.
Yeah, I'll help you.
Get some more actual portraits and event pictures up there if that's the service that you're trying to sell, and put your name on there. Overall, the performance looks good. 2.7 seconds is a little slow for the first view, and you can see that it got an F for the first time byte. So you might consider switching to a different hosting provider.
Yeah.
I could suggest one, but I won't.
TW Porter photo.
So just looking at his portfolio, oh, well, I was going to say it looks like a fine art photographer. I don't know, would you lead with the ape picture?
I like the picture, but this is what it comes down to. You have a website, presumably because you want someone to come there and then want to hire you. And I don't think an ape is going to do that. Not to discriminate against the apes, but I don't think they're going to be your client. So maybe put up one of these nice pictures of this pregnant woman or the couple on the train tracks. People are going to want pictures like that.
Yeah, and this is a really cute wedding photography picture.
Yeah, I love the one with the hands. That should be your picture. That should be your first picture.
Well, let's see if we can, and this is also a lot of pictures.
Well, let's see what they're trying to sell here. Go up. Let's see.
Let's do the work with me.
Yeah.
Maybe this will tell us
Work
what he's
with me.
doing.
Oh,
No.
no.
And also the menu's disappeared. Okay. So the work with me is actually, the work with me should say contact, because that's what it is.
Yeah, that's a contact page. Oh, about, okay.
Yeah, maybe about will tell us what he's trying to do.
I have super ADD and I just can't read that.
Too many words.
It's just too many words.
Oh, you've been a long time writer. If you're writing on the internet, you need to keep it really brief.
I just saw it and I thought, that's a whole lot of words. That's word soup. This is what you need to do. Your about should just say, this is what I offer, this, and this, and then maybe give a brief description of yourself. 2 sentences, keep it really short, and a picture of yourself would be really nice too.
And your name.
And your name, yeah.
We want to know who you are.
Who are you? Let's see. You have beautiful pictures.
So the portfolio seems exactly the same as the homepage, right?
Yeah, but this is my problem with your portfolio page, is that it's goat, wedding, ocean, pregnant person, like adorable dog, like I'm all over the place, and all of the pictures are great, but I don't know where to go. I can't focus because there are just so many great pictures looking at me. So organize it. It just needs to be organized a bit, and maybe get a little focused in your business too. Decide what you want to do, portraits or weddings or...
Yeah, I'll say nobody's going to hire you to take pictures of butterflies and flowers. So you probably want to be a portrait and wedding photographer, but yeah, just make your portfolio about that and keep the rest of it in some kind of personal page. And also, we don't need a separate home and about or home and portfolio if they show the same pictures.
Prices too. So if I were coming here
Yeah.
and I wanted a picture of me and Tony and my daughter, I would say, oh, how much is it going to cost? That's a very real concern for people. Oh my gosh,
That was a cute dog.
with Santa is hysterical. That's so cute. You have so many good pictures. It just, oh, and you do real estate too.
Yeah.
You might actually want a separate website for real estate photography.
Yeah, it could be okay, but I would, in the very least, I'd put a separate menu up here. Maybe consider having a completely separate website. I'd lose the portfolio option because you got that covered under home, and like get rid of galleries and just put like weddings, portraits, real estate.
Yeah.
And maybe fine art too, if you want to do that, though. I wouldn't mind if you just lost the fine art stuff and put it on your personal page. Show us your name. Show us a picture of you.
Organize your photos, but otherwise you had great photos in it. It was a nice, clean layout.
The website's showing up a little slow with the first view of 9 seconds. You might check out your hosting provider, make sure that they're pretty quick. All right, you want to do one more?
Yeah.
Covington Photography.
Woo! All right.
We can lose these instructions. Welcome to the portfolio page. Click on an image. We got that.
Okay, this is my issue right away. Scroll up. You want things to be above the fold, right?
Yeah, the most important stuff.
Everything is very separated, so I just see more background than pictures. I'd say it's the
fills
design.
the frame, but there's this like blurry wood in the background.
Yeah, the design is not that appealing to me because the background is so busy that it's taking away from your pictures.
The design looks very like 10 years old to me.
I wouldn't even say that it's dated. It's just it's a bit cluttered. Let's go down. Let's see what else is going on here.
I promise you move these same pictures into Squarespace and they will look better. There is a link for a portfolio, so maybe that will take us somewhere. It's a little off-putting to see the same picture of the same person like right away, this person, the
Is
first
that-
and second picture
Is
we
that
see.
the photographer?
Well, that
Let's
would be
go to
weird because that
About
would mean
Us.
that somebody else took the picture.
Family owned, family run.
Owner photographer William Covington. So that's probably not William.
You never
So
know.
About Us, you should have a picture of yourself there. We want to know
Yeah,
who you
I
are.
want to see you, William.
And if that's your eye, it's lovely. But I'd like to see a
not
little
his
bit
eye.
more of your face. Also, we could use a little editing on the copy here. Like family doesn't need to be capitalized. Denver doesn't need to be all caps. Specializing in family photography. That's not a complete sentence. So we could use a little copy editing. Of us and contact us. The us doesn't need to be all caps. Good. You have a phone number there. I see a pricing page. That's a good start.
Yeah.
All right, excellent. Those prices seem very, very reasonable. And let's check out the portfolio, see what happens there.
I don't like the scattered pictures. And they're tilted. It's just so much work for me to look at them.
Yeah, and it seems kind of chaotic, and most of the
It's a little
most of the
chaotic.
screen is filled with things that aren't your
Background.
pictures.
Yeah,
just this weird
background and-
wood background, which is kind of blurry. And the home page and the portfolio page are exactly the same, right?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, so
Oh no,
oh,
everything
maybe
changed.
I started on the portfolio page.
I don't know.
Wait, now it says Denver family photography before it said Covington photography up here, right?
I'm so confused.
So that's something to make more consistent.
What
Your
is photo-
URL there
What is photo contract?
and the name of your site, photo contract.
Makes me nervous. Sounds scary.
All right, so this
Oh,
has opened up a new window, which is confusing. This
wouldn't-
doesn't seem right. P ... copy. I think it got abbreviated.
you know what? I don't think you should put this page up there. Maybe once you book the person, give them this information, but to me, this is a little bit off-putting.
I think you could just link to this under your pricing page, and maybe as a PDF that people could print. I think he wants people to be able to print this, which could
yeah.
be useful, but it's
Okay.
weird that it pops up as another web page.
Yeah. Okay, that's a good idea. Put it under prices and let people click on it. I have one other piece of advice. The picture of the woman in the slide. You say that you specialize in family portraits, so it'd be nice to have a family as your picture that's on the top of every single page, because that picture it's a nice picture, it doesn't make sense to me. You know, it's like a woman on a playground, so it's not quite a senior portrait, and it's not really a family picture. Yeah, I'd put a picture there that represents what you're most commonly shooting, which is probably families.
Yeah, I think this might be a better picture for the front.
Look at that scary kid.
Oh, I know, I'm a little bit...
Can you click on that?
I'm afraid to, Chelsea. Don't make me do it. What's gonna happen?
Oh my gosh.
Ah!
Kids would love pictures of themselves done like that for Halloween. Scary. Kids love scary.
Yeah, that is actually a pretty cool picture. I didn't realize he was going for a scary thing at first.
I knew that. Okay. So this
That's
is
a great portrait.
Yeah, he has such nice pictures, but they're
They're hard
kind
to
of-
get to.
They're really hard to get to. And
You know
they're-
what? This should be your front page. What I want to see is like full screen immersive
Yeah.
pictures. You know, I like them a lot better now that I finally clicked through to some actual pictures.
Yeah.
Because the rest of the website,
It's just so distracting.
you know, we got rid of that wood background. I would love to see this full screen, like we did on some of the other websites. You know, oh, Joe had a good example of this. All right, I'm sorry I hit it, but
Go home. See, Joe? It's a little difficult. It's a little tricky.
yeah, see
Yeah.
how nice and big that is compared to
These little
this?
tiny pictures, yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I had someone to rip apart my portfolio when I started. Maybe not. It was really bad.
All right, well, you're going to be moving over to Squarespace soon, and we can pull it up.
Yeah.
I'll rip you apart.
Okay.
Eat your own dog food, right?
All of that sounds terrible.
All right. And I'll also applaud you for not having too many pictures there, because so
Yeah.
many people put up like 40 pictures, and you have a decent number of pictures. This could use a good crop. There's a lot of like negative
Yeah.
space up there. Get it really focused down on the
The
people.
picture makes me nervous.
Why?
So sexy.
Thanks again. That's all we have for today. And we'd like to again thank our brand new sponsor, Squarespace. Use the coupon code PORTFOLIO for 10%
10%
off your
off.
purchase. And if you have any questions, just add a comment down in the comments below and we will get back to you. If you want to have your portfolio reviewed, you can send me an email at tony@northrop.org, but we're going to do all the registered readers of Sending Digital Photography first, so we'll kind of put your name at the bottom of the list if you're not a registered reader. Thanks so much, and if you want to see more free videos, click subscribe and like.
Thank you.
Thanks.